Hello, I'm Yves from YACHTPOWER. What is YACHTPOWER? YACHTPOWER is a battery storage system which allows us to have 220 volts on board even though the generator is not running and the shore power is not connected. The difference between YACHTPOWER and other products that are on the market is that we're not using traditional batteries. So we're not using acid or lithium batteries, but we are using supercaps. The advantage of supercaps is that there is no chemical process inside. This means that we have no problem with heat and so no fire or explosion risk, and we have almost infinite life cycles. Today I will show you more of YACHTPOWER on this Pershing 62 where we recently did an installation. When we do a configuration for a YACHTPOWER for a specific boat, we first look at the output power, so how many kilovolt ampere we need on board, and then to the storage, how many hours of silent mode do we want to have on board. When we look at the output power, we can choose between 5 to 30 kilovolt ampere in output power when we talk about one phase, and 3 phase we start at 30 kilovolt ampere of power. When we need to choose the storage, so the battery capacity, we start from 5.5 kilowatt hours of power and we can go up to 88 kilowatt hours of power. In this specific case, the client wanted to have from 6 to 8 hours the klima running in silent mode. So we choose to install him 15 kilovolt ampere of output power and 22 kilowatt hours of storage. The installation was made in the Marinaio cabin. Problem in this case was that the installation space was really small, but our system is modular, so we can divide the power unit from the battery, so it was possible to bring everything through this little hole. As you can see, the space is really small. I hardly fit inside. So in this case, this modularity of our system came to our advantage. Here we can see the open system. In this case, obviously, afterwards we will still install the bed and the system will be in a closed unit. In front of me, we have the power unit, which provides the 220 volt on board, and it has also inside the battery charger for our supercapacitors. Supercapacitor are here. You see the 4 models. Every model has 5.5 kilowatt hours of power. So in this case, as I said before, 22 kilowatt hours of battery storage. The advantage of supercapacitor is that there is no chemical process inside. So we have an electrostatic process. This means that we have no risk of fire or explosion. Another advantage of supercaps is that it has a high absorption of power. This means that in this case, we can charge the system from 0 to 100% in 1.5 to 2 hours. The other advantage of supercapacitor is that the life cycles are almost infinite. YACHTPOWER will be connected to your boat through our electric box, where all the cabling is done, and as you can see, it's pretty simple. YACHTPOWER comes with its own display where we can monitor the whole system. So in this case, the boat came just back to the dock, and we can see that we have 5.8 kilowatt from the shore power, and the boat right now needs 4.1 kilowatt for its own service. So YACHTPOWER can be charged with 1.5, 1.4 kilowatt of power. YACHTPOWER has also a bypass function. What does this mean? It means that in the case that the boat would need more power than the shore power can give us, YACHTPOWER will take the difference from its storage, so shore power will never be a problem anymore on your boat. Now we are on a different boat, a bit smaller one than the Pershing 62. We have a 10 kilovolt ampere of output power and 11 kilowatt hours of storage. Here you can see the closed box of YACHTPOWER, which of course is made in stainless steel. On this boat, the space was enough, so the closed only one solution was chosen. But of course we can separate the power unit from the storage system, so you can install it in 2 different places. If you want to know more about YACHTPOWER, please get in touch with us.